Hello, Aquarius. Just gonna keep my eyes out of this one because it's one of those night readings, so I don't really want to put my glasses on right now. But I don't really want to show my face right now either because I've been working all day, so I'm tired. But okay, so I'm kind of like doing these readings at night where I don't know, like it ends up being like a little bit more of like a channel than tarot, but everything is a channel, so I'm just kind of getting over it now. Obviously everybody changes. So basically last night, well, in the full moon energy, my sister and I did these like kind of like spell reversals and sent a lot of energy back to family members and friends and relatives, stuff like that, that had said and did really awful things to my sister and I. So we kind of just like went along with the full moon energy of like sending kind of like a return to sender kind of thing. And the response today has been incredible. Like there's been a lot of kind of a lot of like almost like deja vu's, kind of like, oh, okay, well I said that, okay, well I saw this coming, okay, well that's a affirmation that this is coming, you know, like, so just a lot of like spirit work, I feel like, has been done over this last like kind of few weeks. So okay, let's do these ones. I'm trying to figure out which deck to use. So we'll do Horror Oracle, see what happens. All right, 3, 2, 1, action. What we got going on for Aquarius right now? Here we go. Okay, so what I see is okay, I'm seeing that from the looks of it, something is happening with two people. Okay, and there's this entity around you or something that's around you that's from the looks of it really trying to scare you. Okay, it's devil oriented, and I think for a long time it's been like chasing you around. So you could have this entity that's been on you since like you were a kid, right? Like when you think about Michael Myers, okay, you think about he attacks first when he's a kid, right? And his sister, okay, Lori, is the baby. And but as Lori grows and gets older, Michael still pursues her, trying to kill her. So I feel like, okay, so what I feel like is I feel like something was put inside of you, okay? Like obviously from your parents. It could have stemmed from their parents. Okay. But I feel like somebody, it's hard to say in words. Like I can see it and it's hard to say it in words. It's like, okay. Okay. It has to do with something with the fly. So basically what I'm getting is, this entity, this devil driven entity, okay, has been torturing two people for a really long time. So I don't know if this is like you and your brother, you and your sister, something like that. There's two people that are involved with this, okay? And this devil was put in you, okay, because of where you come from. Okay, like when you think of the kid from The Shining, what's his name? It's like Eddie or something like that, or like oh, I can't think of that kid's name. But anyways, he's always like wandering around by himself. You realize that? Always wandering around by himself while his father's slowly going crazy. So, and like Michael stalks Lori for her whole life. And then this combination in reverse. It's like with the devil in reverse. It's like finally somebody, these two people, these two siblings, okay, are getting rid of something that's like, honestly, like a lot like the fly. It's like something is in your DNA. Something is in your blood. And it's like making you go crazy. Oh, there's Hellraiser. Like the way that I see this is kind of adding to the message is like, oh, what the heck is that? So the way that I see this is it's like, I feel like this is somebody's like evil parents. Okay, and like a lot of this has been coming up, so don't be surprised if message like this continues, because they're always going to come out like this with these destructive people. But what I see is I feel like somebody's parents, they only had kids because they wanted to be with this man. Okay, maybe your father, maybe not, I don't know. But she only wanted to be with him, and that's it. Okay, and she was willing to give him anything he needed to come alive. Okay, so I feel like somebody's father is possessed. It doesn't have, it's not involved in the mother. Okay, the mother doesn't know what's going on. Okay, now I'm getting Man on Fire. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, but it's the father that gets his child kidnapped. The mother has no idea about it, okay, which most mothers don't, but we can't always say that the mother doesn't know because she's maternal, right? And she's innocent, whereas, you know, mothers are not innocent, okay? They're very much just as to blame as the father is, okay? So I feel like somebody's parent was possessed. This thing is in his veins. Okay, like when we're talking about Hellraiser, she has to feed him corpses, basically. Like she has to feed him bodies for him to come back to life. Okay, is his name Frank? I don't know. I feel like it's Frank. She has to bring Frank back alive again. I don't know if you've ever seen Hellraiser. It's a really good movie, to be honest. Really fucked up movie. Really good. Actually, I might watch that again maybe tomorrow. It's a really good movie. So what I'm getting is so it's like the devil went in to your father's veins. Okay. And then that father produced the twins. Now, you might not be a twin, like you and your sibling, there could be years in between you, but it doesn't mean at one point in time you weren't twins or that you're not twin energy, right? Just because you're born at different times, it doesn't mean that you're not twin energy. Okay. So this father who produces these two children, okay, these two children are then haunted forever. Okay. Because he mixed, what is this? I'm having a really hard time saying this message because now what just came into my head was that Satan impregnated your mother. This was such a deadly combination because that means that Satan is your father. And look at this. This was a fucking work of art. What the fuck? What the fuck? How did I not get Rosemary's Baby? Well, maybe it'll come out. Is this like Rosemary's Baby? Honestly, I feel like somebody knows. I feel like somebody knows that this is true. Oh. Look at that. Sigourney Weaver alien with egg right there. With hunger and earth at the bottom. Like he, oh my, and the thing is that I feel like I feel like that your mother was impregnated by Satan. Like it's like you've always had the suspicion that this was the invasion of the body snatchers. You know, that there was some type of something that went on behind closed doors, okay? And like it's almost like, you know, almost kind of what I'm getting is like your mother might be obsessed with Satan. I mean, there are a lot of energies out there that think Satan is God, okay? They think Satan is the best thing in the entire world. And it's so fucking ass backwards. You know, like I feel like a lot of people, they just want to like rebel, you know, like I love Satan, fuck you and your gods, you know. It's like they're rebelling against like their own parents or something from years ago, you know. So they try to bring in the devil, like the devil's cool and amazing, and he's scary and he's gonna scare people. But what these people clearly don't realize is that the devil's also going to hurt you more than he hurts anybody else. Like, and I think that some people have had this growing suspicion that Satan was their father. Because the thing is, the only, like, this is how easy this is, okay? All he would have had to do was get your father drunk. Poof. Just like that. Get him on depression pills. Smoking weed is not as easy to get demonically possessed. But taking painkillers is, drinking alcohol is, and being any type of intoxicated is like this huge just door to the devil and to all his little friends that come in and fuck with you too. Okay, all his little elves and, you know, all his little fucking helpers, okay? They just come marching in like everybody else does and take you over. So that's all he would have had to do. You know, it's like your father was already insane, so why not get him to leave his body? He's not going to care. He's not emotionally attached to his body anyways. So they lured him out by using some trashy, slutty woman. Okay, so like porn or something. Got your father's soul out of his body for the devil to come in, fuck your mother, impregnate her. 9 months, poof, you came out. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this hits home with thousands of people. Because the devil is in the details. Okay. So, he, like, the thing is the devil is so ancient and he's so old and his tricks are still the same as they've always been. But because people don't talk about him and they don't give the full details on what the devil is capable of doing, I was going to say the deviler? Yeah. The devil with an ER, I guess, on the end of it is something. Deviler? I don't know. This entity is actually forbidden here. It's not supposed to be here, but because people don't understand what he's capable of, they summon him here. And he's not supposed to be here, and he knows that. And I think Satan has been in somebody's dreams for sure. Okay, the way that Freddy comes into dreams. Like, if you die in your dreams, they say this, okay, if you die in your dreams, you die in real life. So, like, there's always those dreams where, like, you're falling or you get shot, but then you wake up, right? It's because if your body thinks that you're dead, you'll just stop. Right? And if you convince yourself that you're dead in your dreams, then who's to say that you won't just stop breathing in real life? Right? So I feel like somebody has been threatened in their dreams quite a few times. And they're being threatened in their dreams because this thing can't be here. It's forbidden to be here. So it comes in other dimensions. And that's how it latches on to people. Because it's not supposed to be here. Satan is not allowed here. But he's allowed to jump into people that don't care about themselves. And then he takes form. I'm just hearing this as Lucifer. Like, isn't Lucifer the devil? Like, so I think the devil just takes on numerous names, like Satan, the devil, Lucifer. I think it's all the same person. Maybe he just prefers that name. I don't really fucking care what he prefers. He's a fucking loser. And he hurts people. And he's procreating on Earth like a motherfucker. Well, that's the truth, or I wouldn't have burped. I have absolutely no gas in me whatsoever, so I don't even know where the hell that just came from, because it's just air, right? It's just a way that my body speaks its own language. Like, I mean, you'll notice your body will, like, speak different languages when you're channeling and when you're talking to yourself. Like, you will, like, jerk yourself or cough or sneeze when you say something in your head that's valid. You know, like, that's all ways that your body is telling you that what you just said or what you just thought or what you just felt is legit. Your temple is like this, overworking system all the time. It never stops working. It's always working, whether you're sleeping, whether you're awake, whether you're in the bath, whether you're drunk, your temple is always working. Right? So somebody obviously needs to know out there that just because Satan is your father, it doesn't mean he owns you. It just means you're part of his DNA. Okay? There are monsters that procreate out there every day, and their children turn out better than them. So, don't be surprised if, like, you've been super dark your whole life, and this is why, okay? Or if you've had some type of fascination with the devil your whole life, this is why. He's your father. Okay, so there would be a reason why you'd be so fascinated with him. But there's also this, like, okay, so now you have to look at your father and say, Dad, I gotta go my way and you're gonna go your way. And this is the part of the movie where the dad dies and then the siblings have to go on and live their life without daddy there anymore. This is that part of the movie. Okay, dad is gonna die. Okay, because he's not helping you, he's scaring you. And he's been scaring you your whole life because he's not the father that loves you. He's the father that hates you. He's the father that bred you, so then you would bring hate to this world. Not love, hate. Okay? And lots of it. Okay? And if you are one of those people that refuse to hate and you refuse to do his dirty work, then he had people hate you and hurt you for no fucking reason. So then you would try to turn you dark in that way because he couldn't do it himself. So, like, don't be surprised if you've been beat up, lied to, pointed at, made fun of, backstabbed, tossed around, you name it. Okay. Because this devil is trying to get you angry because he can't turn you. So he's expecting everybody else to turn you. And that's the thing, is like, just because you are your parents' DNA, it doesn't mean that you reflect anything about them. You're going to have characteristics. Like, Satan's probably got great characteristics about himself, but he's also evil as fuck. So you could get all the good side and not inherit a single part of the bad side, or a single part of the bad side that you do inherit, you can get rid of because you're not an asshole, right? Like, wow, I was really not expecting this reading. Like, I knew I had to come in and do a reading, but I was like, Satan is your father. There's no other way to describe this. Satan is your father. And now it's time to kick him out of the house, lock the door, and then change the locks. Literally. Not figuratively. Oh my god, this is kind of awesome. So we got dance with egg and harvest. So honestly, it's time to get this out of your body, okay? And get it out of your system, because he's trying to get you to dance until you die. You know, he's trying to get you into a very dangerous place, so then you will die for him, basically. Okay. And it's harvest season, so it's time to go. And like, literally, we're going through like harvest season still, right? Like, well, I mean, it's basically done now. If you're still waiting to harvest, your crops are dead. But the harvest is ready to go. So it's just a matter of time now to get this thing out of you. And I don't even really think that it's like something that you actually have to do. I think it's just something that's going to manifest out of you, right? It's like your body and your soul are ready to acknowledge that there's something wrong, and that your father is not what he claims to be, and that there's another side of this, right? So once it's almost like, once you realize, if this reading hits home with you, then once you realize, it's almost like it's going to naturally happen. You know, when you think of aliens, and when those babies hatch, right? They hatch on their own. They come out when they're ready, right? And that's any baby from any egg. Like unless you get a cesarean C-section booked, right? For a specific time, your baby decides when it comes out. So it's like, because somebody put this seed in you and you didn't have a choice, right? You were like a tainted soul right away, because you thought you were going to come through with your parents, and then your parents got switched, right? At the last second. It's like somebody, you have every right to say yes or no. And if now that you're realizing, okay, like, I've got this in my DNA and I don't want it in there anymore, I have every right to get it out, then it's just naturally, you're just lined up naturally to have it happen when it's supposed to happen, which is right now. It's probably why we're just kind of getting out of the full moon now. So it's like, maybe it's just gonna like bleed out of you or something like that, you know, like it's gonna run out of you. Like, it's don't be surprised if you hurt yourself, because it's in your DNA. So don't be surprised if you like cut yourself or you hurt yourself. Then it's almost like that's him getting out of you. You might have just had like some type of DNA test done, and it was cosmic, right? Like, don't be surprised, like, if you just cut yourself recently and like blood came out, then the DNA test was done and the results came out that you were Satan's child. Wow. And it had to come out because he's running you on your last battery. You know, like this is the last chance that somebody gets, right? It's the last chance that somebody gets before this comes beaming out of their chest and kills them, right? So it's like you must have been really close to death. Working yourself to death, something like that, and you're going to get pulled out of it because that's him getting you to work for him. Wow. Wow. All right. That's how I'm going to leave it. Cause like I'm like really tired now. And usually when my mouth all of a sudden, like when my jaw just all of a sudden gets tired and just kind of goes limp, and it takes too much to open up my mouth, right? I know the channel's done. There's absolutely nothing more to say about this. Like he is going to run out of your blood now. It's just a matter of time. Like it's like your DNA is going to get changed now back to your original father. Okay. Not the one who popped into your father, your actual father. And like, don't be surprised if like your father dies in real life or something happens to your father, because he's been living this whole time scotch-free on not having kids because the devil took ownership of you because you were his. You weren't your father's. So don't be surprised if like you have no attachment whatsoever to your father, because your father has absolutely no attachment to you. You're not his, but your DNA matches his. That's the thing, is like, that's, I swear, why we have DNA to begin with, is because if we didn't, so many fathers would walk away, you know, and never take responsibility for their kid. Right. So like your DNA went out and they knew that it was tainted. Something was wrong with it. So it got tested. Right. And then once it got tested and you realize, okay, like this is the wrong, like I'm not picking up your father's scent at all. I'm picking up a demonic presence. Right. Now it's like, I wouldn't be surprised if like your blood is going to get cleansed or cleared or something like that. Or your body's going to get cleansed or cleared or something like that. And then your blood is going to go back to normal. Like, I feel like your blood is not right. You could also have like maybe really low blood pressure because your body, it's like your heart can't pump your blood fast enough because your blood is like turning into like sludge almost, because it's demonic blood. Like it's not demons don't have blood pumping through their veins. They're not alive, right? So if this thing is like slowly trying to kill you, it's fucking with your organs, your blood, your tissue, your joints, your body, everything, right? Because it's trying to break you down. It's an illegal substance inside your body. So your body's picking it up like a tracking device. Like, there's something in me that's not supposed to be here. There's something in me that's not supposed to be here, right? But because we don't run virus scans on our body, how are we supposed to know that there's something invading us in our blood, in the iron that keeps us going, right? You're not going to expect it or suspect it. It's like the perfect crime. You don't get caught because Satan's DNA hides behind your father's. But somehow your father's DNA didn't get picked up. Only Satan's did. So that's weird. Anyways, we're going to cut this short. This is done. This reading's over with. We're not going to do this anymore. This was a really fucking weird reading, and I really wasn't expecting it. I'm never expecting any reading, but I sure as fuck wasn't expecting this type of reading. So we're just going to end it. I'm going to finish my night off with a nice movie or two, and I'm going to chill. And that's going to be it. So I hope you do the same thing. I hope you enjoy this reading. I hope it like sparks something in you, or it connects something with you, whatever it has to do for the people that it has to find. If it doesn't resonate with you, do not take it, because it's not going to resonate with everybody. Although I feel like it's going to resonate with a lot of people, it will not resonate with everybody who watches it. But be thankful that you did watch it, because you probably picked up a lot of things that I said in this video that you will carry for the rest of your life, because it was a really fucked up reading and a really fucked up channel. So thank you for all the new subs and all the comments and likes and subscribes. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be doing this. So I'm really grateful to have you all here, obviously. This is really important to me. So I hope that just continues to grow. And I hope that you continue to like it. And if there's things that you feel like I can work on, or you think that you feel like I could change or something, you can always email me, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com. Suggestions, please don't be, too, demanding of me or what you feel like I should be doing. It's all just kind of like, well, if it feels right, it feels right. If you've got something on you're off, you want to get something off your chest or whatever, it doesn't matter. You can always email me, okay? I love emails. I always respond. And if I don't respond, just know I did read it and I do appreciate you. There is a way to donate to the channel. Just check out the About section and we can do that for you. Thank you very much for any donations that are sent. And personal readings, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com. Obviously, I do them through Zoom. I can do them through Skype. We can just talk on the phone. It's really easy. It's really simple. You can record the whole thing. I can record it. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, that's it. Word to your mothers. Have a good week. Peace out.